Tanchika Kyokiwao. I guess this is lesson 8. I'm going to go a little bit into some new types of ways of saying things, some new types of verbs. So first, I'm going to teach you a question to ask, what's it look like? Or what does it look like? Uh, Tanshe shinagwak. Tanshe e shinagwak. Nagwak. Shinagwak. Tanshe e shinagwak. Tanshe shinagwak. So that is asking how something looks. This is a inanimate intransitive verb, so you'll notice it has the K at the end. Tanche shinagwak. So maybe I'll say Tanche shinagwak goma. How does this look? Or Tanche shinagwak latab. What's the table look like? So uh, we'll give you a couple different ways of answering that. Um, two ways I want to say. First are big and small. So with adjectives in general, most languages either have lots of adjectives, or they just have a medium-sized amount of adjectives, or they have very, very few adjectives. I was learning a language that only had 7 adjectives in total: big, small, young, old, red, black, and one other one. I forget what they were. And that's fairly common. Well, in michif, almost all adjectives come from Cree, and they get treated just like Cree verbs. So you'd say, mishigetiu, that person's big, or mishao, the thing is big. So I could say la table mishao, the table is big. Or I could say apsha shin la table, the table is small. Or apshi shu awiyak, somebody. Somebody is small. However, in michif, because we use words from both French and from Cree, there's a small group of French words that we can also use to talk about how to describe things. For example, I can say, um, like I said before, la table michao, or I can say la grosse table. Now, la grosse table is the big table, and you'll notice that grosse is a feminine adjective. It ends with an S. If it was an animate, masculine thing, it'd be a man, or let's see, gros cheshkwa. One second, let me think about this. Okay, I could say un gros chemin, a big road. So you say en grosse table, a big table, or un gros chemin. So you see that's a different way depending whether the word is masculine or feminine. So in this series of podcasts, I'm assuming that you know some French. Um, so I'll just let you remember that we do keep masculine and feminine both for the nouns, or both for articles like la table, le chemin, and also for adjectives like um, le petit garçon, little boy, or la petite fille, little girl. Uh, a couple other examples. I can say the little room, la petite room, or a little ball, en petite plot, or a little piece, a little morsel of food, un petit morceau. Un petit morceau would be masculine, eh? Un petit morceau de viande, a little bit of meat, or un petit magasin, a little store. However, even while I can say little and big in using French words, you can also say it using Cree origin words, as I already said with la table michao, or le garçon michigetiu. Just to recap, I'll say le gros garçon, or le garçon michigetiu. One way I'm saying the big boy, the other one I'm saying the boy is big. Um, I can even say le garçon il est gros, he's big, which is kind of the same thing. But I'll be talking about that more later. So another word that you can learn to say is little is apeshish. Apshish. Apshish means a little bit. So, apshish lisel ayaw. There's just a little bit of salt. Or apshish lisel dayan. Uh, or, hmm, this one's going to be a little bit more confusing because I'm not exactly sure the best way to organize it. Okay, I can also say, I am little. Dapshishin. Dapshishin or dapshishin. You're little. Kitapshishin. He's little. Apshishu. I can say, you guys remember how to say I remember? That word kishkishu? You can say I don't remember when I was little. Uh, Moyan kishkishin kaapshishiyan. I don't remember that I was little or that time when I was little. When I was little. Moyan kishkishin kaapshishiyan. Kaapshishiyan. Or that man doesn't like it that he's little. Awalom, that one, the man. Awalom, no muihtam kaapshi shit. Uh, Always have people bug me about the endings of those words. Kaapshi shit. Well, shit's a pretty common ending for a lot of words, so just try not to think about it. Um, okay, now back to the question that we started with. Tanshe eshna guak. So tanshe eshna guak something. If I say as tanshe eshna guak latab, what's the table look like? You could say, oh, it's big. Oh, tanshe eshna guak gros, gros. La grosse table, il est gros, or um, hmm, Cheshkwa. Okay, let's start with using that ending, na guan. Miu na guan. So tanchieshi na guak. Remember that's the second form of the verb. The first form is na guan, ishina guan. And so when you add the k to the end, it becomes ishna guak. If I want to say it looks good, I can say miu na guan. It looks good. Tanchieshi na guak latab. O miu na guan latab. Tanchieshi na guak la says. O miu na guan la says. It looks good, the chair. Or ton lit, tanchieshi na guak. Mai na guan mon lit. My bed doesn't look good because I didn't make it this morning. Tanchieshi na guan. Tanchieshi na guak le port. Le port. Miu na guan le port. So there's a few different things. You remember Tanche Ishnikashoyan? That little ishe at the beginning is the same ishe that's at the beginning of Tanchi Ishina Guak. Now, let's go for another word. Now, how about if you want to ask about how a person looks? Well, you could say Tanshe Ishinago shit. Tanshe Ishinago shit. Nago shit. So, and the immediate answer would be, of course, Mio Nago Shu. Mio Nago Shu. Bobby Mio Nago Shu. Bobby is looking good. So Nago Shu is the one to say he or she looks like that. Mai Nago Shu. It looks bad. Mio Nago Shu. It looks good. Shohke Nago Shu. Maybe he looks strong. Uh, uh, you could probably even make up words like Kshiwa Shui Nagoshu. It looks angry or something like that. But right now, just Miu Nagoshu, my Nagoshu. And Tanchieshi Nagoshit. How does he look? Another word I'm going to give you is Tashkuch or Tapishkuch. You can say it both ways, Tapshkuch or Tashkuch. And it means like or similar. So I could say, how does your brother look? Tanche Shinago shit ton frère. I'd say he looks like, well, what's an animal here? Or a bird. Tashkush and oiseau. or un oiseau. Tashkuch un petit oiseau et shinagoshit, or nagoshu. Tashkuch un oiseau et shinagoshu. Um, he looks like he wants to sing. Don't ask me why I'm saying this. I'm just trying to think of some other words that we've already learned. Tashkuch ewi nagamot nagoshi ton frère. Or Tashkuch ewi nagamot. Tanchesh nagoshit ta sœur. Tashkuch ewi atoshket. Like she wants to work. What's your sister look like? Like she wants to work. Again, these sentences seem to be completely nonsensical to me, but yeah, they'll work for now. Um, let's see. Let's see, big, small. Uh, Do you remember when I asked before? Tanshe shigishikak. How's the day? Well, you could say again. You could answer the same way. You could say, "Oh, Muna Guan, it's looking good," or "Maina Guan is looking bad." Although it'd be more common to say, "No Muna Guan, it's not looking good." And that's probably a pretty general rule across michif. It's more common for people to say it's not good than to say that something's bad. Um, I could say tanchie shinagwak. Just looking outside, say, "How's it look?" Tanchie shinagwak, and you could say, "Oh, ta shkuchewi kimawak." It looks like it's gonna rain. Now you notice I've used we at the beginning of these words. Ta shkuch e we kimawak. So we kind of means it wants to or it's going to. So you'd say nui peh tohtan. Do you remember peh tohtan or peh tohteo? Peh tohteo, he's coming. Uh, peh tohtan, I'm coming. So if I say we, well, I say ne we peh tohtan means I intend to come or I want to come. So when we peh tohtan, I want to say it, um, I intend to come. So if we're going to talk about the rain, you could say, well, it looks like it wants to rain. Tanche shnagwak, oh tashkuche we kimawak. Or tashkuche we mishpok, like it's gonna snow. Now, if you want to say it's snowing, you'd say mishpon. Or you could even say la neige. La neige is a French word for snow. La neige mishpon. The snow is snowing. It's kind of a pointless to say it twice, but it sounds nice. La neige mishpon. Um, let's see, Michau. I could say, how's the house look? Tanchie shinagwak ta maison. How does your house look? I'd say, oh, well, miunagwan, ma maison. Uh, am chit, or am chit, ma maison. A little one, my house is. Or ilipchit, ma maison. Or apsha shin, which is, I guess, is the Cree word for saying it's small, but I don't really ever hear that. Only once or twice. I say it's big. Mishao, uh, or I could use colors, which are another group of adjectives that are used from French, like bleu, uh, schnaguac. Like my house is blue. You could say ma maison, elle est bleue. My house, he is blue. Or ma automobile, elle est bleue. My car is mon car, il est bleu. Or mon truck, il est blanc. My truck, it is white. But usually I would say ma maison, le bleu est chinagwak. My house is looks like it's blue. It's blue colored. So nagwan is used a lot of different ways. Like le bleu est chinagwak. It looks like it's blue. Or shinagwan. Le brun shenagwan. It looks like it's brown. Um, or if you're looking at the sky, you can say Tanchi shigi shigak, and say, Oh, me tane le bleu shenagwan. Uh, really, it's really blue today. Um, Now, if I was talking about a person, I would say if a maybe a person hadn't breathed in a long time, I don't know, I'd say, boy, met need a bluish nago shoe. Boy, he really looks blue. Or met need my blonde mu nago shoe. Boy, my girlfriend really is good looking. Or my nago shoe. I could say my car. I think my car is an animate thing as well. Mon car. Mio nago shoe. Or if it was ugly, met ni mon car my nago shoe. Or mayate shoe. Um, that's already a different word though. All right, I think that's already pretty much enough information for this lesson. The basic things I wanted to get across were that we use French adjectives as well as Cree ones, and the words for big and small are gros and petit, and that we do use them according to the rules of French, like en petite fille or un petit garçon, or en grosse fille or un gros garçon, or un gros gars. So that's that. And the second thing I want to remind you is that when you're using these adjectives with animate and inanimate things, they don't change. They only change according to French gender, masculine and feminine. When you're using adjectives that come from Cree, like apshishu, or mishigetiu, or apshashin, or mishao, well, then you do have to care about whether it's animate or inanimate. So you would say, like, nete ashteu, nete ma maison, kamishag. There's my house that's big, because I probably have small house, medium house, big house. Or nete ma maison kapshashik. Again, I've never actually heard anybody say that. They probably just say ma petite maison 99% of the time, but it's possible. Or you could say nete entrant kamishiketik. Uh, or wait, kamishak entrant. You know what? I don't know if a tree is animate or not, so I won't include that right now. I would say there is my big my big dog. Uh, Nete, mon gros chien, my big dog, or uh, mon chien kameshigetit, kameshigetit, or uh, la grosse table, or la table kamishag. Both of those ways. So that's just something to keep in your mind as we go on from here. Ekşe, kagawap metin.